What if my desk organizer looked like a Simpsons character?
Hello, hello, hello. Alright. Let me just... Is the sound alright? There we go. If anybody's in here, just check. There we go. If anybody's in here, just check. Let me just bump up the gain a little bit. No, not that. There we go. Fuck it. 6-9. Nice. Alright, let's test it out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Fuck it. 6-9. Nice. Alright, let's test it out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Fuck it. Yep, works. Alright, fair enough. I'm checking just... well, pretty much everything. I think everything's working. Alright. I'll grab my... actually... do I need to use this brush? So, basically, we're doing my magnum opus. So I kinda went wild with the new librarian from 40k Warhammer. Also, see this head? No more head. No head. No head game whatsoever. Jokes aside, it's magnetized. Yeah. Let's just... where do I put the head? I don't want to lose it. It's so easily lost. Because it's small as shit. Paperclip? No. Too little. I'm just gonna put it right here. So we're painting my librarian today. The chief librarian, so his armor is gonna be actually black. Yeah. However, there's not a lot of armor panels. Funnily enough, he's very much covered in cloth. But yeah. The inner robe is gonna be white. The outer robe is gonna be purple. As to why he doesn't have pauldrons, I already yoinked it from the old Vanguard veteran sprue, so there's practically no need. I can just shove them right here after I'm done painting. But yeah, how was everybody's week? This stream was supposed to be like like on Tuesday, Thursday, whatever the fuck it's called in English. Sadly, my friend's uncle passed, and I had to drive him around, basically. Because he was not I was worried. Like, he was very shocked and shook, and I didn't want to risk him driving. Because he hasn't slept as well. Like, they had to cancel their holiday because it was so out of nowhere. I fully get it. There's the black. So I'm like, well, I'll just drive you. So yeah, had to cancel, and then I was just not in the mood. Like, this guy is one of my best friends in real life. Like, I'll be damned if I didn't help him in some way. I couldn't go to the funeral, sadly, even though I was invited because of work. Like, we had... Sadly, it was during work hours, and we had trials. Oh, fuck's sake, come on, get out. There we go. I think that's enough black. Maybe a little more. Just a little bit more. Come on. Get out. Marvelous. Yeah, I think this brush is too big. Yeah, it's too big. Even though it has a pointy tip, it's just too big. That's what she said. So I'm just gonna finally... well, your time to shine, boy. The new one. Yeah, I hope everybody's week was good. Mine was hectic. But same old, honestly. Like I'm finishing my... Well, it's gonna be almost a year since I actually started my practice, which is wild. A year has passed since that. Like I genuinely, like, holy shit. A year has passed since I started, well, volunteering in court. Sadly, mandatory volunteer work. But hey, at least I'll be pretty much ready for the bar exam, so I can finally work independently. Yeah, for those who don't know, here in Serbia, the bar exam is basically just a proof of, hey, you can work on your own now. You don't need your boss's license. You can lead a case by yourself. Have fun. And they just throw you to the wolves. I know that it might sound weird for nobody, but from somebody who's not from here, from Serbia or from Yugoslavia, but that's how it is. It's treated like a craft, like apprenticeships and stuff. Like, knowledge-wise, I pretty much know it as much as a lawyer. However, he has practice I don't have. And for me to get my license, I have to have some sort of practice, because the bar exam here is highly practical. Like, you're just gonna get a hypothetical case and poof, write me a sentence, explain how this works and this, that. It's like I'm back. It's gonna be like I'm back to university again. Like, I still find it very weird how it is separate. Like, the bar exam is separate from, well, my bachelor's and stuff like that. Usually around the world, when you finish law university, oh, you have to graduate, you have to pass the bar exam. Usually, like, there are countries like mine who treat it a little bit differently. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, it sort of doesn't make sense, but here we are. And that's been like that since forever. Okay. Now here's the funny part. I am trying my best not to hit the robes. But sadly looks like I cannot avoid it. Which is kind of sad. And also I'm trying to not hit the little lines because I can't see them. But because I'm painting it black. Duh. But kinda have no choice in that regard. Up. There we go. I think I might be able to see it better once it dries up. I think don't count me on that. Now, some might be wondering, what Vex? Why didn't you prime this black? One, I don't have black primer anymore. Two, I don't like black primer. But with gray and I'm gonna be sounding controversial here, but white primer especially is actually good for black. Like, I'm not joking. Like, it actually makes, in my opinion, the colors, any color, pop more if you're priming a lighter color, and makes the darker colors even more accentuated. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, that's from my experience. Maybe somebody else can disagree, which is absolutely fine, because ironically, unlike some people what might think, I genuinely accept disagreements. Very much so. Like, there's some stuff that I don't bend at all, but can agree to disagree. And fucking wrong. I'm gonna try not to paint the purity seals, cause less of a pain in the arse for me. But yeah, apart from that, nothing much. We finished a couple of, well, I was involved there, so I can say it. But it's mostly the judge I'm under. Nah, actually, nah. Fuck it, I'm not gonna take credit. Even though I did some work, I'm not gonna take any credit. So the judge I'm under finished a couple of cases. Now I can talk about this a little because it's finished. Kinda, and this is something that can be applied to everywhere in the world, because it's about the police. Oh yeah, everybody's favorite fucking topic. So basically we had this case of a Yugoslav veteran, Alright, so Serb, veteran, he was in at least down under during the 99 wars of Kosovo. And well, he is, I'm gonna straight up say he is guilty, like there's no denying that. He basically pulled out a prop gun. Basically, you know, those lighters that look like guns. Because he was getting pretty much bullied by some snot-nosed brats. Like, I'm gonna be honest, they're fucking brats. And so they were like constantly shitting on him and stuff like that. So he pulled that thing out to scare them off. Now you shouldn't do that. Like, you don't need to be a lawyer to know you should not do that. And more importantly, that is kind of a big no-no anywhere in the world. Alright, you shouldn't do that. Like, yeah, they're hounding you, they're messing with you and stuff like that, but you shouldn't fucking do that, alright? Because a lot of stuff today, airsoft, I mean lighters as well, like you'll be surprised, they look very, if they're the shape of a firearm, they're very realistic looking. So, and with firearms, you kind of don't want to risk it. Like, you can't, you don't want to, because that's basically how you protect yourself best. So they yelled, "Oh shit, he's got again," and stuff like that. And this all happened in the bus, in a actual moving bus. All right. And later, around 20 minutes later, cops from my municipality came and beat the ever-living crap out of him. Like, and when I say that, I genuinely, I'm not saying it like sarcastically. He actually did. Like, he had a spleen rupture, cracked his skull, broken ribs, broke his leg. He has a limp. Basically, a clear case of excessive force. Like, absolutely disgraceful. Like, he has PTSD. He has issues from the war. He's a war vet. Like, you go to a war, you're gonna see some shit. My dad is one as well. He's highly functional. He doesn't have PTSD, but it changes you because it's something that you don't know unless you experience it. Like, I can't explain it. Why? Because I haven't been in a war, and I genuinely hope in my lifetime that there is never gonna be one. And I hope for my kids' lifetime as well. Like, I'm gonna not be selfish and stuff like that. But he was, right? He and I was a toddler at that point. Like, he protected my baby ass, right? So there's gotta be some fucking respect. And that is something that is actually, well, should be taken into consideration while that happened. Like, the guy definitely sees some shit, and he has some issues. Like, he is diagnosed. Like, and also, like, come on, like let's be honest. Even if it's a prop gun, you nobody in their right mind will do that to scare a bunch of kids unless they're like, trying to hurt his bodily integrity, you know. So since it was like that, but all in all, like, he spent like detained in jail for 6 months. he got a sentence of a year, but but he's not gonna spend a full year there, because while you're like detained in jail and stuff like that, all right, that time you spent there is how do I say this, taken into consideration of your sentence. So you spent like 6 months and you get a sentence of 1 year. Let's use this as an example. You will spend the rest of that, which is 6 months in prison. However, because he clearly did it because he is not, well, he has issues, there's a measure of safety that was ordered where he's obliged, he's court ordered to go to a mental hospital, all right, and get mental treatment. And that is good for him, because classic tale of war vets. What happens to a country's war veterans usually? They fall into destitute, and that guy absolutely did. So he cannot afford treatment. So that little, how do I say this, legal remedy is, at least here in Serbia, exists primarily for just that. Because, let's be honest, a lot of times when a crime happens, alright, usually something is not right in somebody's, noggin. Usually. They're not in their right mind. Yo, Barry. I'm talking about a current case that was just finished, and I'm gonna talk. It's something like and it's like a life lesson for everyone. I don't know how long you've been here, but basically, a Serbian war vet pulled a prop lighter that looks like a gun on kids that were bullying him, and they stopped. That was in the movie Bus. Cops came, beat the ever-living shit out of him, like excessive force, like spleen rupture, cracked skull. He has a limp now. He had broken ribs. Don't worry about them, because an investigation is now opened on them. And it should. Like shit. I've seen the pictures. Like, Jesus. Like, they could have killed him. Like, genuinely, because this guy is very frail, very thin, and he's old. Like, he's older than my father. My father is 65. Right? And my father is a vet as well. And so, this guy fucking came there to a war he definitely did not want in the 90s in Yugoslavia, right? So, the worst period of our lives, alright? And he still came to defend us because he fucking, he got the call, he answered. Alright? This guy fucking risked his life for basically my future. Because I was a toddler when that happened. And some snot-nosed fucking pricks who have ego issues because they're cops, decided to absolutely wreck him. And that's illegal, by the way. That's extremely illegal. They abuse their fucking authority. Like, it's a clear-cut case. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. And he's now getting actual treatment. Colvin, I fucking remember now. Mental hospital Colvin, which is which the judge managed to actually, like, the judge I'm under is a saint. Like, she is like the embodiment of what a actual judge should be. And I'm very lucky to have been under her wing because I'm switching to civic law very soon. I have to, I have to, because if I don't, I'm not gonna be prepared for the bar exam. But she managed to do all in her power. Now, whether she will be the judge in the case against the police officers that used excessive force on him, that can't be said, because I don't know how it is in America, but here it's completely randomized. Like, there's a There's a program called a state program called Libra, and everything's done through it. And it randomly assigns judges. Like, you can't, because it assures a fair trial. Because let's be honest, lawyers, if they know who the fuck the judge is, gonna be in their case, they're, pardon me, not lawyers, attorneys. I have to differentiate them because I am a lawyer, but I'm not an attorney. Attorneys, well, not all attorneys, but let's face it, a lot of them are opportunistic. All right, they will absolutely try to manipulate that situation. Like, this is like a preventive measure. All right, like attorneys, like, to be an attorney, you gotta be a fucking daft cunt. Like, you gotta be. Like, that's the only way you're gonna fucking survive and win a case. Like, you gotta be a fucking daft cunt. But yeah, and it came to a good ending. Like, he is getting actual treatment, which the country will pay for. Like, the judge, because the judge made sure that it went to there, like, socials. And once he gets out, because he's gonna go on parole after he finishes. Because here's the thing, for parole you have to spend like at least 2/3 in prison. But he's not going to prison, he is actually going to a mental institute. So once he is free, he's most likely gonna get on parole. Now he has to ask for it, but the committee, I'm translating literally, so do like IKA, like we call it IKA here, shortened for izvršno krivično, or IKA veće. They're the ones to decide most, and they're again, in these cases, they're definitely gonna let him. He's gonna get on parole, and he's gonna continue his treatment, and social services will fucking pay for that. They're gonna give him some sort of income to support himself, to gain money, to buy medicine for himself, treatment, and shit like that. All right. So so the judge managed to completely, how do I say this? Well, to completely help him. Because here's the thing, in law, one of the biggest clauses and one of the biggest and most important how this Nachala. I have to look up. I have to look it up. Like, I have to look up the English word for it, which is perfect because I have to wait for this to dry. General principles of law, or legal principles. Yeah, there we go. One of the most important legal principles is to be humane. And specifically, to be a judge, you have to be humane. You have to be humane. And that's something that in this world, to be humane is lost. And especially in law, because we forget we're dealing with humans. We deal with humans, all right, and every day. And this is also for everyone, like, not just for me, but everyone. We're so caught up in whatever the fuck's happening, or in our work. So us lawyers, doctors, like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, there are doctors out there who literally just see the patients there as just a body, like, not a human in front. And there's a lot of lawyers judges, lawyers, and etc., completely forget we're dealing with humans, and we cannot, how do I say this, ignore the ignore the forest because of to focus on the trees. We have to completely, and this is my opinion, my judge instilled this, and I agree with her. And this is a general principle in law. We have to be humane. We have to we have to, at the end of the day, not overstep and not be overly harsh. We have to look at the whole grand picture, and we cannot let ourselves lose our humanity. No, we just can't. And the law says we can give him help, and we should. Like, this guy's a vet. Denying him basic health care is just implausible here. And I'm genuinely hoping, and also I'm gonna say the attorney, the mandatory attorney here, he's like a little bit older than me. He was fucking good. Like, this guy went a mile and above for him, which is rare for attorneys. Like, usually attorneys, especially when they're mandatory, because you can here get mandatory added, and it's more like duty bound. When this is the closest translation I can do in my head. We have an institute called duty bound lawyers. So there are some crimes which the law explicitly states they must have an attorney. They must have a legal defense. If they can't afford an attorney, the country will provide them, and they're paid. Now here's the kicker. They gave lawyers have tariffs, so they have like I call it the price menu. It's a joking way, but it genuinely is a price menu. To file a lawsuit for to defend you on this crime. It's mostly not specific crimes, but sentences, and they get 50% of that. You know, so what they do is drag the fucking case, like genuine, and they do it like, and they don't fully commit to it until it's like near the end and stuff like that. But usually they're like, they don't give a shit, which is awful. Like, you don't realize how many times I've seen attorneys who just fucking go there to prolong the case and get a fat fucking paycheck because they only get 50% of it. And I'm just like, come on, man, come on, dude, like, stop being a stereotype, for fuck's sake. Come on, colleague, like, stop being that. Like, just fucking do it. Like, this guy's like, yeah, but this guy, this attorney was like, he knew his stuff. He went above and beyond, and he's representing the war vet in the police brutality case. And I basically he really cares about this dude. Like, he genuinely wants him to get his justice. You rarely see that in a lawyer, especially on the young ones. Well, not lawyer, attorney, sorry. Americanized. But you rarely see that on attorneys. You rarely do that. And especially on the older ones. Because, you know, this is a craft. How the attorney there under basically is, the habits rub off on them. Because humans are impressionable. Yeah, humans are impressionable. Even when you're older. So, also, if I'm too much yapping and if it's something to make you uncomfortable, you can tell me, or you can just ignore. Like I said, I am a lawyer. I am studying to be a judge, I'm hoping to be one day. That's gonna take a long ass time to happen, but it will happen. I will do that. I'll make sure that happens. But like, I have nothing but praise for that guy. And I told him in private after all is done. I just told him, a guy. I shook his hand, like praised him because he really did. He got praised by everyone, and I just told him, rip them a fucking new one. Like, genuinely rip them a new one. I cannot like describe what I saw in those pictures. Like, genuinely inhumane behavior, and that is something I cannot, and I developed, how do I say this, despise that behavior. Like, you are somebody of the law, an officer in charge and duty bound to protect, under the law, your countrymen, all right, from crime and stuff like that. You cannot, because that's abuse of authority, you cannot mindlessly just excessive force. Because here's the thing, and this is the very scary part. If he, when they came, if he in that moment had that lighter, that was the shape of a handgun, they would have opened. They would have lighted it up. They wouldn't care. And here's why. You might be saying, "Oh, Vex, but you're from Europe. You know, gun control is very high, especially." Well, Serbia is one of the still top 5s in gun owners. Oh yeah, don't worry. Oh yeah, Dark Sun. I have no hopes for that. You know why? Because they're gonna fucking tone it down. Like, this is, if this was Wizard pre-5th edition, let's say pre-4th edition, already fucked up the lore too. Oh, what did they change? Come on, just rip the band-aid off. Rip the fucking band-aid off, man. I haven't read anything because I was mostly focused on Vampire the Masquerade 6th edition. I have some words after what I taught. I have some words about 6th edition. They're not gonna be fun. And I'm a V20 veteran, Green Book. I already, when V5 happened, oh, I have words. Oh, I have words. But I already expected modern Wizards of the Coast to fucking butcher Dark Sun. Like, Dark Sun, for those who don't know, Dark Sun is Wizards of the Coast's grimdark setting. Like, absolute darkness. Like, genuinely. We have slavery in there, for instance. There seemed to be an ogre in the trailer. Those are extinct in Dark Sun. They apparently made it They made Dark Sun a canonically fantasy setting. Sci-fi. Like, there is tech in Dark Sun. Like, be warned. Last time Dark Sun was abandoned by Wizard of the Coast long ago. Like, we're not talking about 3.5. We were talking about 3rd edition. Not 3.5. 3rd. Last time. If I remember right. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. So, it's been a while since I did. I'm 28. Like, I've grown up, during my time it was 3.5. We didn't have Dark Sun. We had to like, and 3.5 and third are vastly different rules. Like the current, you know, the thing where you the arm AC, you know, score that you all know and love, 3.5. In third, it was TOC. Basically, I forgot the abbreviation of it. All right, but basically back then, it was mostly it was opposite to the AC system right now we have. Basically, that was the number you had to beat. No, above. You have to roll under that score to hit. The higher the number, THAC. Yeah, that. So, current AC, but opposite. Just opposite. And it made you impossible. If you had heavy armor, it made you impossible to hit. Like, genuinely, being a tank was God. The only thing that could kill you was a wizard. And wizards back then were... Oh, if you all thought casters now are powerful... Wizards in 2nd edition. Oh boy. 3rd edition. Oh boy. Those were gods incarnate once you hit level 12. Nah, two invented THC early edition and something different. Yeah, but here's the thing. The ones who played 1st edition are senior citizens now. Like, I played 2nd edition. I know how 2nd edition was because I had 3rd edition. Because my best friend's brother played it. But fucking hell. 2nd edition was wild. But yeah. So that's when Dark Sun was. Like 3rd edition, not 3.5, and that's it. So a lot of people do not know about Dark Sun, which is sad because Dark Sun is kind of a breath and fresh air. Like, it was so different. It's so different than the Forgotten Realms, Eberron, Ravenloft. Like, Ravenloft is the horror D&D, alright? No, it's Dark Sun. Ravenloft just took over it. Like Curse of Strahd, of course, the best campaign book ever made. I'm dreading the day when they make the 5.5 version. I am genuinely dreading the day when they make the 5.5. Because they're gonna butcher it. Like, here's the thing. Strahd is milkable. That came out wrong. But Curse of Strahd is a campaign that everybody knows, basically, who goes into D&D, they want to play it. Yeah, we have, like, Ravenloft. But Ravenloft is, like, everyone there. Curse of Strahd is specifically Strahd. And oh boy. I still can't believe they still changed Ravenloft. Like, they will be able to hit that peak again. They won't. Like I said, they're gonna butcher it when they make the 5.5 version. Because, Barry, let's be honest, they're definitely gonna adapt to Curse of Strahd for 5.5. They're definitely. It's a cash cow. The name Curse of Strahd alone will sell. Like, Ravenloft sell a lot because people thought, oh, it's a new Curse of Strahd. No, it's not. No, it's general. Oh, yeah. Can I also add, when the fuck did Cass get stuck in Ravenloft? I did not know that. Isn't he supposed to be fucking dead? Like, I know my old lore. Cass was most of the time dead. Only his sword would remain, and the sword of Cass is like the instrumental thing if you're running a fucking Vecna campaign. It's funny there are only good adventures built on the bones of a 1E model. Yeah, a lot of it is. Like, don't get me wrong, Eberron is pretty good. Like, it introduced the Artificer class, which is like, it tingles my pickle because it also half elves. Also, specifically that. Can we laugh at the fact that it brought back half elves? Like, oh, half elves and half orcs, that's insensitive. The concept is very insensitive. Like, okay, so you hate mixed race people? Like, come on. And they brought back half elves, but as the Kornvar. Yeah, they're kind of their own race now. Which, if you know about half elves, since I always, they're my favorite. They're called species now, but yeah, you get my point. They're my favorite. I like that fact because I like elves, and I like the fact that there's like hope that you can intermix different cultures, because like elves naturally they think they're superior and stuff like that, and it's like the most inclusive thing in fantasy you can do. They brought back them, as they call them now, Kornvar. So basically they kind of, and they were hammering like, we're not gonna bring them back, Blow and hold, you brought them back. Because here's the thing, they kind of got themselves in a catch-22, because Eberron is notorious for half elves. Like, apart from bringing the Artificer class, it's half elves. Like, a lot of the lore of Eberron is half elves. Like halflings, half elves, changelings. They're kind of the main species in Eberron. Like, a lot of the noble houses are half elves. Alright? So, deleting half elves from the setting, what are you gonna do about Eberron? And that's the main module that you use to get your Artificer class, which is a very big fan favorite. Like, a lot of people like to play the Artificer. So, what are you gonna do about that? And fuck that. Oh yeah. How the fuck can you hate Elrond, the Chad? Come on. Yeah, second rule will remove half orcs, but that was more because implications of a half orc existing. Yeah, then they brought them back. Then they brought them back in 3rd or 3.5. I can't remember. But now, since half elves are there, they're gonna have to bring half orcs. Like, they kind of wrote themselves now in. Like, they have to like bring half orcs into the picture again. And I can't remember what setting is half orcs. D&D. What setting has half orcs? Greyhawk. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, they announced Greyhawk. We're gonna find, like, Drizzt's back. Okay, but they're gonna butcher him. Tasha's daughter. Okay. The vampire one. Like, Greyhawk is known for half orcs, so that is gonna be a thing. I can't wait for them to butcher half orcs. Like, that is with, like, I know they fired their current their director. Now they say he quit. He got fired. Come on, that guy. How do I say this? Flopped Baldur's Gate 3. Like, he mismanaged Wizards so much that Larian told him to fuck off publicly, and completely tanked the already bad reputation Wizards of the Coast has. Remember, Pinkertons. They sent the fucking Pinkertons on a dude who they themselves accidentally sent an early copy of a deck. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, you just can't make this shit up, my guy. So, but Greyhawk and the Dark Sun is gonna happen 2027. So we're delaying the inevitable fucking chaos that's gonna happen, because they're gonna fuck it up. Like, if like they made fucking like you said, they made Dark Sun a sci-fi setting. It was never sci-fi. Why? Like, there was tech in Dark Sun. Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. But it's a fantasy setting. Come on, my guy. Alright, let's paint the gold now. Like, we're gonna see some massive shitstorms happen. Like, genuinely. I hate it, but Greyhawk's here. Yeah, thanks, Badger. I can't imagine what the shitstorm is gonna happen, and all I know is I'm gonna laugh like a fucking maniac when it happens. Also, I love the fact Owlcat is hinting on a D&D game. Like, they do not, like, it's not gonna be, like, people are expecting it to be like Baldur's Gate 3. Tone your expectations. Like, Baldur's Gate 3 had a massive project budget, massive development time, and it took a while. Like, people really forget the early access days. Like, Larian was really taking their time, and they made a lot of mistakes in early access. Like, Shadowheart early access is a little bit different. Will in early access compared to the final product, vastly different. Like, in early access, he was a con man. Like, the Blade of Avernus, a hero, but he was actually a con man, who sadly the reputation exceeded his himself, and he now has to play along this character, which he isn't. Like, which I'm gonna be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, Kurtwell is nicely written and everything. I like it. But a guy who wanted to be a hero sold his soul to the devil. All right? And now he has a reputation that he has to constantly act and preserve expectations. I like it. It's a very good subplot, and it's a very good character development potential. Like, genuinely, I like it. I genuinely like it. I kind of am sad that they didn't go along with it, because it's a genuine good plot. Like, it's a genuine good character arc for Will. But yeah, we got that. So we got what we got, and it's pretty nice. Anyway, so kudos to Larian's the Wizards writing team back then. But yeah, like, what can you do? So the guy who who left Wizards is getting replaced, but it's Hasbro Wizards. Like, they're probably gonna put somebody fucking worse. Because there's that good old saying, it can always get worse. Like, it could be better, but it can always get worse. The mishandling of Will is my Roman Empire. Yeah, like, Will became a little bit lackluster, but then again, that's Act 3 in general. Like, you could tell they really went ham on Act 1 and Act 2, and then in Act 3 they kind of, how do I say this, rushed it. I don't want to spoil it because there are some people here who actually didn't get to Act 3, so I won't spoil it. But you could see that, and let's be honest, it could be partially because of Wizards meddling. But then again, it's fucking Larian. Larian is quite known for, how do I say this, mid-writing change everything. Like, a lot of people forget about Divinity. And specifically Divinity 2. Yes, it's a great game, but play Divinity 1. And then play 2. And you're gonna see some drastic differences. Like, genuine differences in lore. Like, completely mid-development retcon everything. Like, you all thought GW, Games Workshop, likes their retcons. Oh boy. Oh, you haven't seen Larian and their retcons. Oh boy, that is something. There's something. Like, Divinity Original Sin 1 and Divinity Original Sin 2 are... treat them, even though they're technically a continuation, treat them as separate games. And not just that, treat them as separate settings. They're not the same. How are you doing, Pastel, by the way? Sorry, I had to clean up the dry paint bits because they were preventing me from properly closing my paint pot, and you don't want the improperly closed GW paint pot because you're gonna have a dry paint, and you don't want your paint to dry in the fucking, you know, bubble. Especially in this fucking heat wave we have. Oh my god, my AC is blasting today. If I didn't have AC at work and here, I would have fucking passed. Like, it was like, this heat wave was fucking beating my ass. Like, I barely could have get out of bed. Like, I had to will myself to get up. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Tongue in cheek. Will. We're talking about Will, and I'm now talking about Will. It's fine, by the way. I've access to this account. Motherfucker! I was wondering what the fuck happened to you. So, Spite here is Spiteful Gengar is a very, very fond friend of mine. This guy, when I got my PayPal account locked, he basically for free gave the original emotes, and some of them are still here. Like the smug emote, him. How you doing, Spike? Bunch of oh yeah, very legitimately. Same. Very much the same. Yeah, how you doing, Spike? How's it going? How's the BF or husband? If you got married, that is. Hope so. Also, sorry about Destiny 2. I remember you are. I'm doing good. That's good to hear, brother. Like, I finally finished Law University. Like, your boy's a fucking. Your boy has a. I am single now. Oh. Damn. Sucks. It's. Probably a blessing in disguise. It happens. Life. But yeah, like, your boy has a law degree and a master's degree now. Since you last been here. Just... come on, Badger. Let's not be that much of a Destiny. Like, we have friends who like Destiny, really. It's tragic, like, how Sony mismanaged Destiny. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Like, they saw that Helldivers is their new cash cow, and they're like, oh, fuck it. Fuck Bungie. And again, Bungie mismanaged the fucking IP to ever-living fuck, so... Yeah, but Sony is still partial to blame. It's because they own Bungie, their owners. They have solidarial fault. You know what? I'm gonna do something very fucking drastic. I'm gonna paint the cables fucking yellow. I'm gonna paint them fucking yellow. But yeah, Spite, it's been a while, my brother. I was wondering who was in chat. Like, wait, I have a VIP, but I don't remember that name. And I'm just like, is the family curse hitting me? Do I have dementia? British. Yeah, sadly, Badger has the case of, sadly, the terminal problem of being British. My condolences. At least you don't live in England. I work at a school now as an aide, not a teacher. Hey, still. Hey, still. That's a good role. You're eventually gonna be a teacher, right? Fucking belt black. Aha! Well, with so many games dying, Gears of War E-Day is looking like it'll save me. Aha. It's terrible, sadly. Sadly, being British. It's a curse. It's a curse that even a 9th level spell slot remove curse won't fix. Deepest condolences, buddy. Yeah, I'm happy you're working. Like, seriously, it's good to see all the OGs. Like here, Pastel or Spy. He's an OG. He's been here from the beginning. So yeah, like, it's actually I have the biggest shit-eating grin right now. I don't think so. I actually don't even know if I want to make this my career, but that's gonna say, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Here's the thing, we have a saying here in Serbia. if it brings bread to the table, it's good enough. I know, third world country stuff, but what can we do? Sometimes we cannot pick, we cannot choose. But if still work towards what you want at the end, and if you're happy currently, if it's how do I say this? Not happy, but if it if you don't hate it at least, and if it's okay, then exactly. For now, I like the work and I get paid. Yeah, like sadly I envy you. Here in Serbia, once you finish law university, you have to mandatory work for 2 years pro bono. I have to volunteer. I don't even get health insurance. I'm fucked. If I get sick, if I get a cold, I'm fucked. Oh yeah, I wanted to paint the handle. And I blame the good old Yugoslavia for that, because back in the day when we were, you know, a socialist country, everything when that was a thing, we were getting already, you know, health insurance and shit like that. But now, since we are not, the shit I want to say. Technically a part-time work, so I don't even have benefits. At least you get a paycheck. I don't get shit. Like, there's, like, people go, my fellow grads, they go to court pretty much only because it's absolutely gonna prepare them for the bar exam. And here the bar exam is, I don't know if you're here, but basically the bar exam is, you get a license to independently work. I work under somebody who has a license. Like, if I went to an attorney, I would be going to trials that have like 1 year sentence, so like you possess a baggie or something like that, like small stuff. If I go to the prosecution, again, same shit, but prosecute. Here, I just do all of the fucking paperwork. Arrest warrants and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna say straight out, that part, arrest warrants, feeds the soul. How many chomos I fucking wrote arrest warrants. Oh, that's satisfaction. You don't understand when the judge says just, here's a chomo. He bailed. Write the arrest warrant, and I just have the Sukuna fucking grin. Just like, say less. Like, ooh, that is the spot. Sometimes that's better getting laid. Like, oh. Like, you all don't understand. Like, I have 5 fucking bastards on, I wrote 5 fucking warrants. Oh, I know them by heart. Like, genuinely, like, I memorized the shit so I can write them as fast as possible so that they can get them as fast as possible. Oh, the satisfaction knowing when he comes to the courtroom because I wrote the arrest warrant. Oh! Fuck you, chomos! Oh, God. And I have the damn right, because unlike some fucking people on Twitter, I actually fucking contribute to society. Agony. Oh yeah, not like being paid. Yeah, it's agony. Like I said, I don't get shit. I rely on specific, hey Barry, you know what today? It's your day. I'm not a femboy, fuck off. Oh yeah, Spite, it's been a while since you saw it. Like, I finally have a model. Like, I sadly cannot paint while having a model because it spasms out like uncontrollably, because I have to move my I have to look down. But yeah, I have a model. Like I said, Spite's an OG. Like, he was here for since the Space Marine Gandalf days. Yeah. The OGs remember that. Space Marine Gandalf. When I was a PNG tuber. Oh boy. Miss those days. Those were fun days. Where I could just play fucking Undertale and go, I am the great Papyrus. I was here before you got any fancy models. Yeah. You were also here listening to me bitch about university. Oh boy. Oh, those were... Oh boy, those were fun days when I was bitching about obligations, contractual law. I was thanking God when I fucking passed that. Yes, those were the days. Glad to see you again, dude. Now let's paint the fucking mechanized demon's head. Guys, I play Blood Angels. We are technically defavored of Khorne, even though we are not traitors. We are not heretics. World leaders can suck my ass. How does it feel, world leaders, to be second favorite while being the only Khorne legion? And tieflings to Dark Sun, saying they can't canonically have them. Are you shitting me? Wait, they actually put tieflings in Dark Sun? Is that what they said? On a ref for my persona. So we're both doing our motherfucker, you're still in the core. DM me the progress. You're shitting me that they're putting tieflings in Dark Sun. Please tell me you're joking. No, not yet, as far as I'm aware, but they're... Remind me, it's been a while since I saw anything Dark Sun. Why can't they have canonically tieflings? I can't remember anymore. No, not anymore. Why can't they have them in general? Like, I can't remember what... Like I said, Dark Sun is a hazy memory for me. like genuinely, it's been a while. I just remember a couple of things. I distinctly remember the fighter having the gladiator class. It's just I've been told Dark Sun fan by it should be impossible. I know. Here's the thing. I vaguely remember Dark Sun being less magic. Well, specifically like their sorcerer kings. I think, if I remember right. I can't be too sure. It's been a while. It's genuinely been a while. And if a Dark Sun fanboy comes in here and yells at me, cry about it. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dark Sun fanboys are quite insufferable. Like, I get it. Your setting has been canned, basically, unofficially for years, but... No, into rolls. I already cut through most of the planes. Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna write, how they were reconnecting it to the planes. Like, officially, the reason why Dark Sun is not a setting anymore is because it's disconnected. But now, technically, because of the multiverse and shit like that, it's now connected. It's weird. It's extremely weird. But then again, it's Dark Sun. What do you expect? Oh, I missed the spot. Here we go, my short-sighted arse. Hit. There we go. Alright, looking good so far. I'm deliberately avoiding painting the white. I'm gonna do it last. Alright, let's... It's been a while since I actually used this paint, so I'm kinda excited. Yariel Yellow! Actually, no, let me wait for it to dry. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna just look up Dark Sun real quick. It's been a while. D&D Dark Sun. Yeah, I remember now. It's because magic completely wrecked the fucking place. And because of that, it's mostly everything... Yeah, this is one thing I remember about Dark Sun. It's mostly psionics. Like, the main thing about Dark Sun is psionics. Oh, I mean, yeah. And Hollow Earth, by an extent, were also caught up. Yeah. There's also... the fact in second E, there's something like Mistra fucking died. Somehow. Somehow. Mistra died. Again. Then there's also 4E with Lathander's little thing where he killed a lot of gods. Even though he's my favorite god. The second sun, he caused the second sundering. Like, my primarily main character is a paladin of Lathander. It's quite fun playing him now. Especially if I get a Helm character near me. That Helm or Tyr, I can't remember now. Which is basically on site. Because Lathander kind of made their wife die. Oh no, I don't mean Mistra, the god, I mean Mystara. Oh man, that's a name I haven't heard in a shit long. Yeah, the themes of setting as a dying Earth subgenre include the survival elements, ecological disaster, resource depletions, survival of the fittest, poverty, slavery, wide use of psionic abilities. Yeah, Dark Sun was less magic and more psionics. Yeah, that's why there's not a lot of magic there. Yeah, metal is very rare. You have obsidian, wood, and bone weapons. So basically Stone Age warfare. Oh, yeah, it's inspired by the ancient Middle East, North Africa, and Mesopotamia. Oh, they're gonna butcher it. Oh, they're gonna butcher it. They're trying, because they're trying to be very PG friendly. Oh, yeah. Again, we have halflings. Because Forest Ridge. Yeah, I remember Dark Sun was kind of a like, halflings are fucking everywhere. Like, in Eberron, they're very much a key part. And in Dark Sun, they're very... Like, halflings are fucking everywhere. What the fuck, man? Like, I like my hobbits, but still. Magic is... Yeah, because Sorcerer Kings. Yep. Second thing I distinctly remember about Dark Sun is the concept of Sorcerer Kings, where they're very much limiting the extent of magic. That's why psionics are mostly very big. Halfling cannibals. Yeah, I'm reading that right now. Oh yeah, I see that. So by the way, this yellow is a layer paint. And layer paints are thinner. So we're gonna add a lot more coats. So it won't, we have to like pile it up, but it's not, how do I say this? Smaller chance of putting the paint in a thick amount, which preserves me from Lord Duncan Rhodes smiting me. All praise the Lord, Duncan always do two thin coats and drink the non oil. Anyhow. But yeah, Sorcerer Kings, like, I think in Dark Sun, the Wizards created the concept of Sorcerer Kings, I think, first. That or Conan. No, Conan. Conan was first, and Dark Sun is heavily inspired by Conan, and yada yada yada. Yeah, I think I remember now the lore, the concept. But yeah, psionics are a thing, and when they kind of stopped trying to supplement or support Dark Sun, they started putting psionics into the main game. Like Scion Warrior for Fighter kind of happened in 4th edition. Like I don't remember it being in 3rd edition as a fighter subclass. Like it was like a thing. It was kind of a thing, but also like more for Dark Sun and like elves and Githyanki. Like I vividly remember Githyanki were like the psionic. I mean, there still are. Oh yeah, yeah. They didn't put Githyanki in the 5.5 edition, which is absolutely fucking weird, given the popularity of we're part of the base of AD&D. Yeah, but like they were like the core for a supplement. Yeah, for a supplement. But now they're a main thing. They became a main thing in the main player handbook in 4th edition, I think. Because they stopped like supplementing Dark Sun, and Dark Sun was like the psionic setting if you wanted to have anything psionics related. You kind of had to have Dark Sun in your campaign. There's a book, because that's where the rules usually were. But then again, do not take my word for it, because when I started playing D&D, I was a fucking kid. I'm 28. That was 20 years ago. So my memory is hazy at best. I just like I said, I remember a couple of things from Dark Sun. Sorcerer Kings, very grimdark. Psionics. Magic is very, very rare. And the slavery. Like it was, it's quite the core thing of Dark Sun. Like there is a background where you play as a slave or former slave or an escaped slave, something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while. I know for a fact they're gonna try to make it more like PG correct, but this is a setting, okay, which is emphasis on the cruelest setting in D&D. Like it is the cruelest thing. Like, this is where everything is shit. Like, the planet is the dark sun setting where resources are low, cruelty is all time high, fuck morality, basically. Like, being a upright citizen in the dark sun setting, oh boy, you're gonna get shanked first thing in the morning. Like, and because the magic is restricted, a lot of, and because of the events that happened in Dark Sun, like ads, I can't help it, man. I can't control it. So there's the YouTube side, but like, because of that, a lot of people developed the psionic abilities, which is, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Self-defense mechanism of psionic ability. Manslaughter. Yeah, there's also the fact in the Dark Sun, to play Hello campaign debuffed. A Halo ad. Wow. A Halo ad in this day and age. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I live to see a Halo ad. Indeed, but they weren't given details. The damage would later give rules, though. Yeah, and they're very much fleshed out for Dark Sun, because kind of every single race in there had developed some kind of psionic ability to defend themselves. There's also I just read it, so I'm not gonna say I remember it. I read it. Because the world is called Athas and Athanasian. So and everybody in there is like much bigger, tougher, more evolved than any other D&D. Like, elves are like extremely large in Dark Sun, like freakishly fucking tall and muscular, which you would not think about elves, but we are. That's how they developed. Like, lower food intake, everything's harsher, and also like halflings are fucking cannibals. Because they live underground. They don't, and you know, you're in a setting where food is rare. Like, the flora and fauna want to kaput you. So, yeah, cannibal hobbits. Very interesting take. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so in Dark Sun, Rells are half-elves, based already. Elves, mega-based. Dwarves, not based. Yeah, there's the moles! The Arakorka, the avians. I remember them, they're eagle bastards. They're birdmen. Or as I used to call them when I was a kid, flying chickens. There's also moles, which are half dwarves, half humans. Oh boy. half-dwarves. Oh, they're gonna bring half-dwarves. Well, well, I don't believe they're gonna... I mean, I'll be definitely surprised if they bring back the moles, the half-dwarves. They're definitely gonna put Arakorchas, the avians, because everybody loves the birdmen. So they're definitely gonna bring them. And they're gonna be like a playable race you can play in every D&D setting now. If they don't put the Arakorchas there, like they're the birdmen, they're just like the Arakorchas, like the eagle man, like that's one of the things I remember in Dark Sun. Oh yeah, in Eberron they brought back half elves. Yeah, they're just called them Korvar now. Moles are like dwarven human equivalent of half elves. They never had. I don't remember they ever had like the fucking art. What's this? Pteran. So I can explain Pterans with 2 words. Mark Zuckerberg. The reptilians. They're like shamans. Like I remember them. They're like shamans, woo stuff, and they're specifically reptilians. They're Mark Zuckerberg. Just think of him as Mark Zuckerberg. You won't absolutely miss if you think that. I'm just bringing out some pots. Like you free hooks. Well, technically they don't, but they do. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm fully expecting them to bring back the Arakorchas, the Eaglemen, and they're probably gonna be the poster boys. And I think the Terrans, the reptilians, if they bring the half-dwarves, I will actually be surprised. They're probably gonna rename them because they're called Mole. Like they call them moles. Or mules. I don't know. But yeah, theoretically, they can... Yeah, Tieflings, theoretically, now that I'm reading it, that I read it, they... Wow, I have not... I turned off this light, why? They theoretically cannot be there. Because it's... Like, Dark Sun is disconnected to the Hells. I think. So technically they cannot exist. I remember when WotC brought back Spelljammer and a bunch of idiots tried to claim that it was racist, and they bent the knee to them and agreed. They can't wait for that to happen in Dark Sun. I mean, one of the core concepts of Dark Sun is slavery. Like, it's a key thing. Like, Dark Sun is known in the TTRPG for that. In the TTRPG world, Dark Sun is known for that. It's one of the first things you remember. We'll see. I just can't wait for them to bring back the fucking Monster Hunter World T-Rex Bone Sword. And I can't wait for the bards to roll the seduction to fuck a dinosaur. I know you're scalies, bard players. I know you're fucking scalies. Don't hide it. You can't hide from me. I know what kind of people you are. It's gonna be a wild ride. Like, we're gonna be honest, it's gonna be a wild ride when Dark Sun happens, when they start previewing the rules. Oh boy. I can already feel the shitstorm that's gonna happen when that happens. Because they're definitely gonna cut something. Like, something's gonna be cut off. If they're smart, I know they're trying to make it more accessible to more people, but Dark Sun is not for everyone. Like, you cannot tone it down too much, or else it's not gonna be Dark Sun. Like, it's highly wanted, but it's wanted because it's brutal. Like, genuinely, it's a setting where you don't pull punches. Like, the core aspect is survive. Like DMs, like myself, like Dark Sun, because it gives them the excuse to torture players. Thanks, Spike. I hope it's gonna turn out well in the end. Yeah. But here's the thing, I'm not too worried about Dark Sun, because I kind of expect them to butcher it. I'm kind of worried about Greyhawk. I'm more worried about Greyhawk than Dark Sun. Here's why. Half-orcs exist there, for instance. You know what they say about half-orcs, or orcs in general. The specific types of people. There's also this tiny little bit of a fact that they're trying to bring back Tasha's vampire daughter back. Alright? Like, she is like the poster child of Greyhawk. And she is, if I remember right, she is a half-orc. And you might think, oh wait, Tasha is a human. Oh, she's a fae. Like, Tasha is not even her real name. It's Iglif. I think that's how you pronounce her name. If you try to write her name, you're gonna have an aneurysm, because it's Lovecraftian. Oh, Tasha popped out a lot of fucking kids. That woman went around. Like, my first character, like, who is the father of my current main character, Aurelian, like Uther Aurelian, right? He had a night with Tasha. I seduced her when I was a wee lad playing the game. Let's playing Paladin, high charisma. I had a chance, I took it. And I rolled on that 20. I rolled on that 20. Like, if you all saw Grants is the Demon Lord. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, Tasha's personality would... With Tasha's personality, she would like Gratsit. Oh, Spite, you Google Gratsit, by the way. You're gonna love him. You're gonna love him. I mean, Gratsit also has a lot of fucking kids as well, which is fucking ironic. Well, not ironic. It fits his character because he's the Abyss Lord. Well, the demon Abyss Lord. He governs Lost. He's a bit too lean. Ah, yeah. You like them bulky. You're like Tenma. You like them bulky. I mean, you're probably looking at his modern art. He's a little bit more swole in his older art, but yeah. I mean, oh, actually, if I remember right, you're a monster fucker. Okay, hold up. Let me just remember how his name is spelled. D&D God, Demon of the Undead, Demon Lord of the Undead, Orcus. Yeah, I'll Google Orcus. Yeah, Orcus fits your bill. And he's also pure evil, like irredeemably evil. He's the father of undead. He created the undead. He's also the father of vampire. Yeah, he also created vampirism. If it's undead, he created it. That's it, not Merkel. Merkel kind of usurped that fucking thing. Funny enough, I'm pretty sure Tasha, though it was under one of her other names, Gratzit and their daughter were all introduced in the same module, S4 Lost Caverns of Sonjan. Sojkanth. Orcus is what I'm talking. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad I still remember your types. Also, a lot of people like fan art of him, if you know what I mean. All I'm just saying, Orcus smut, free real estate. I will slay the fat putrid demon known as Orcus. I mean, yeah, here's the thing, he always comes back though. Like, I can tell you straight up, in my campaigns, I slayed him 5 fucking times. He always came back. Nope, it's not Balefree. Yeah, there you go. I should warn you though, Orcus is a complete and utter sociopath. He was just... No, actually, no. No, I know how deep you are. You already know what to do. You don't know what I mean. Oh yeah, learns true word of death. Let's see him survive that. He actually did survive that. That's the funny part, he did. Like, you can't kill the fucker. Like, that's the biggest fucking problem. Like, people have actually, when they thought they slayed him, somehow, the Palpatine meme, somehow, Orcus survived. I mean, that's his whole plot. Somehow Orcus survived. Somehow Orcus returned. Hey, it's all part of the fantasy. I would want him dead if he was real. If he was real, we're fucked. Because, like I said, he is the father of undead. Like, father of necromancy. He created necromancy. Alright? He also created vampires. And that means if he exists, vampires exist. If vampires exist, oh boy! Oh boy! D&D vampires! Oh yeah, oh shucks! Being turned into a vampire by a fucking touch! Ugh! Even truer word of death, how about that? And that's pretty much just... I mean, the problem is Orcus would probably know that. That's the sad part. He probably would know that. And also, like I said, Deus Ex Machina. Like, Orcus is like the villain that wizards bring when they have nothing. Like, genuinely, what are we gonna do? Well, we can't create another Sundering. We already made the kindest god slay a bunch of gods. Unfortunately for him, Orcus did connect for it. Oh, awesome. So you're gonna remind him. Hold up. I have to off camera do this because I can't see shit. It's very small. Small as my PP. Small PP. Hashtag small PP gang. But yeah. Oh! Speaking of shit in TTRPGs, I've seen some of the previews for Vampire the Masquerade 6th edition. Can I just straight up say I despise Paradox? We were begging for Mage at least to come to 5th edition. And all of a sudden, Mage and Changeling, my two favorite settings, are returning in the World of Darkness for 6th edition, which is still a long away. And 6th edition will completely change rules, by the way, because they always do that. So what about the fucking Werewolf the Apocalypse and Hunter? Is that, like, you're having Vampire the Masquerade, okay. Where's Werewolf and Hunter? Because they're gonna be unplayable. How the fuck I'm gonna put them in my chronicle for my players if I can't fucking use them? And you're bringing a Mage and Changeling, which you're gonna fucking butcher. Because I already seen it. Like, first off, main peeve, they removed the beckoning. The beckoning is gone in 6th edition. And now here's the thing. What is the beckoning? I'll just cast fucking Wish on you and that's it. The beckoning, for those who don't know, in Vampire and Masquerade, is a supernatural calling that once a vampire, a kindred, reaches a certain age, so let's say 300 or something like that. It's usually 300. It's elders. Basically, the key point is elders. So very old vampires, because the older you are, the stronger you are. Generation plays a part, yes, but age is the kicker. Alright, because the blood of Cain matured more in you. Alright? And it was a very good reason why we didn't have Methuselahs around. Or some antediluvians even, like Banu Hakim. Hakim specifically. Because you could play, because the primary thing is you're playing a fledgling, a new kindred. So you're like 11th, 12th gen, 10th gen max. Alright? They fucking removed it. That means all of the fucking elder vampires are coming back. Vampires are territorial. So, and those fuckers are fighting the jihad, which is basically a vampire war against each other. Alright? So, you have elder vampires who have fought, presumably, because we don't know what happens when they're gone. So, and they're probably diablerized a shit ton of other kindred, okay? Diablo is cannibalization, and you basically, the more you do it, the more powerful you are. You can skip generations, and if you diabolize somebody who is your same gen, you get stronger either way. Not a lot, but you get stronger. All right. You also lose permanently a point of humanity. So the more humanity you lose, you're more of a psychopath beast. You're more of a beast than anything. But that's worse. So the beckoning is gone now. All of those fucking cannibal, fucking battle-hungry elder vampires who are strong are coming back. Oh boy. Oh boy. Deus Ex Machinas again, huh? Looks like they didn't learn what the fuck the Gehenna War was. Anyhow. There's that. And why did they remove the beckoning? Where the beckoning is set, they all go to one singular area, and it's called the Middle East. Around Mesopotamia and stuff like that. You know, where most of the civilization is. And why is that? It's because the first city, Enoch, is a vampire city. Enoch was there. All of the old vampires, Cain settled there. All of the antediluvians, the progenitors of the clans, the fathers of the clans, are from there. So now that's gone. So you're gonna have Methuselah's returning. Because here's the thing, it's widely considered that the beckoning is what the antediluvians did to feed off of other vampires. So, you mean to tell me that you're bringing back antediluvians, gods? And here's the thing why I say gods, because we had one antediluvian come back. It's one of the key aspects of 5th edition. Ravnos came back. The antediluvian of the clan Ravnos. He came back, and he nearly wiped the entire subcontinent of India to feed himself. That's how hungry they are, right? Because when antediluvians have a never-ending hunger. And how did they stop it? Well, first they threw nukes at him. That didn't work. So they used the technomancy, which is basically mages who have sci-fi equipment. Satellite laser beam the fucker. We're talking about a vampire so old that not even a nuke can kill him. But then again, it's Paradox. They don't know they bought the fucking setting, but they don't know the lore. So I kind of expected that. Here's another thing. Oh, I'm gonna bitch about Vampire because I love that. I love World of Darkness. All right, I know that setting like the back of my fucking hand. They removed, apparently in the playtest, the Protean discipline. It's vicissitude all over again. Now, Protean basically is a discipline where vampires basically use the power of their blood to physically enhance themselves. So basically super strength. It's gone now. It's now part of other specific traits. However, Protean is the key discipline for the Bruja. So what the fuck are Bruja gonna have? It's not even gonna be an amalgam like the vicissitude is, which is the key aspect of Zimish. But apparently Protean's gone. So that means a lot of more stuff is gone. Like the Tremere, then them nerfing blood magic, I can get it because Tremere were basically mages but vampires. So there, a lot of the stuff is now basically just support. but still kind of broken. Like the Tremere basically can, with a drop of blood, find their target anywhere in the fucking world. Which is still kind of great, because I love playing my Tremere. But they kind of butchered that. Okay. Somehow the Sabbat have returned. Yeah, the Sabbat were not a thing in V5 till much later because everybody bitched about them not being there. Like, the Sabbat are vampires who are blood-crazed fucking murder cultists. Okay. And World of Darkness kind of really wanted themselves to market themselves as being extremely politically correct and not insensitive. Okay. So they kind of made the Sabbat unplayable, but now the Sabbat are playable in V6. Which kind of rectifies, proves everybody right. I know I've been called a lot of names because I said making the Sabbat unplayable is just fucking wank. And I've been called a lot of names for that. And now I'm vindicated. Suck it, Redditors. Sincerely, a Redditor. But yeah, somehow the Sabbat have returned. Okay. That's the Concord 1528 is they're hinting that, which means how do I explain it? Okay, so the conclave of 1528. I have to pull it up a little bit. It's been a while since I because it's such a big plot point, but I forgot. VTM Concord of 1528. The Promise of 28. Yeah, 1528. So it was between the Giovanni, the Clan Giovanni, and the Camarilla. All right. And it's kind of a big thing. It's a clan. It's a how do I say this? It's a promise between the Camarilla and the Giovanni of necromancers. Because here's the thing: the Giovanni were mostly not the necromancy clan. They weren't. That was the Cappadocians. However, Giovanni genocided them. Like, straight up made them nearly extinct. And the Promise of 1528 was a pact of no interference. So basically, it was a thing where the Giovanni wouldn't get, I don't know, wiped out of the face of the earth by every other vampire clan. Okay? And the Giovannis were always like, how do I say this, independent. Now the Giovannis exist, but they all of the necromancy vampires are now called the Hecata. So the Cappadocians, the worshippers of Lilith, Giovanni is the voodoo fucking vampires also. They all now are in the Hakata. And they're like a separate entity. They're not the Camarilla, they're not the Sabbat, they are not the Anarchs. They're just necromancy vampires, right? However, the Promise of 28 is kind of important to them, specifically the Giovannis, because they're all, because how the lore is that they all they did a ritual, they all shared their blood, and now they're kind of connected whether they like it or not. However, because of that, the promise of 1528 is very important to them. Because here's the thing. Everyone, I mean, the Camarilla probably knows they have that somebody in the vault. But the Giovannis don't have their copy anymore. They don't know what the fuck happened. So they're panically trying to figure out what the fuck was that promise. Because here's the thing. The Camarilla made an offer. We won't interfere you. The Giovanni will have Venice. However, there's a thing. The Giovanni promised to do something. They don't know what they promised, but they're bound to do it. Alright? Like, it was so... that this is so important that... because the Giovanni were a clan with families, like, they're vampire, necromancer, mobsters. They have many families, and they all came together. And the Cappadocians, everybody, every single necromancy vampire clan came together in the event called Family Reunion, and they kind of formed a Kegata out of it. And they're hinting that it's drawing sooner, meaning it's gonna happen. Meaning we are gonna probably, I mean, they're probably gonna keep it vague. It's more in interest to Paradox to keep it vague. But they're probably gonna fucking do something and they're gonna butcher it. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait for them to butcher more. And for the V5 newbies to experience my pain for V20. Like, for me, the events leading up to V5 were my end times. Like, I wasn't that deep in the Warhammer community as I am now, but I was for Vampire the Masquerade. I was neck deep. So they could get Gehenna War, which was fucking bullshit. It was the apocalypse, and it's the reason why they reset it for Chronicles of Darkness, which I dislike. I genuinely dislike Chronicles of Darkness. The only good thing about Chronicle of Darkness is not vampires. It's not werewolves. Mages, they did well with mages. It's the Changeling book. That and I forgot their names, but basically Chronicles of Darkness have a setting where you're playing as superheroes, but how you got your powers is like through some freak ass fucking experiment that somebody tried to defy nature, and you're horribly disfigured in some way, physically or in your soul, something like that. But it gave you powers. Tormented. Yeah, I now remember. I remembered. Like, those are two things I like about Chronicle of Darkness setting. And because Chronicle of Darkness did not do that well, they were bought out for Paradox, and they brought back the original setting. Okay, you're all following me now. However, they absolutely fucking butchered it. Like, there were some interesting things that they brought in V5. Like, for instance, I mean, first off, they renamed they completely changed the Assamites. Bon appetit. The Assamites are Banu Hakim. And one thing about the Banu Hakim, before, when they were called the Assamites, they had two things. One, they're the assassin vampires from mostly from Middle East, alright? Two, they're cannibals. Yeah. So they kinda changed it, like Hakim returned. Yeah, they're antediluvian. Somehow returned. No, actually, no. Hold up. No. pardon me, their Methuselah, Urshugli. Banu Hakim was the only antediluvian that actually did not disappear. He's canonically still out there. But one of the Methuselahs, and the worst one out of the Banu Hakim, out of Hakim's lineage to wake the fuck up, is Urshugli. So basically, Urshugli is like, here's the thing. He saw that the Banu Hakim became very, very religious, very Islam focused. And one of the things about Hakim is that he banned religion out of his clan. Urshugli is somebody who takes it very literally. And he's a hardcore atheist. And Urshugli's depiction is... you're probably gonna like this, Spy. Agendered. Like, nobody knows his actual their gender. Their depiction is a burnt human. Completely, like, blackened skin. Burnt. There are embers up there. And they don't have eyes. However, they're depicted with having a glowing look where their eyes were. And somehow they can see. Like, it's heavily implied that Urshugli was a man. And he kind of, I mean, Urshugli is like 5,000 years old and something like that. The concept of gender to him is like non-existent. And he basically like, that's cool as hell. Oh, you're gonna like Sasha Virkos then. Because Sasha Virkos is canonically non-binary, and Sasha Virkos is one of the founding members of the Sabbat at Zimish, basically vampires, flesh shapers. How Virkos formed the Sabbat, and how he left Camarilla is very iconic. He ripped up his fucking penis and threw it at the head of the Camarilla. I'm not joking. Just ripped it out and threw it on his face. He just goes, I can grow a new one. Which he did. Well, they did. Then they kind of changed. They changed the gender in the women. Basically what fits them most. At any given time. I mean, hell yeah. Like, genuinely is, oh yeah? You're not gonna give me my benefits? Rips penis. And that's how the Sabbat were formed. Penis throwing. Yeah. Like, the Sabbat were the original fucking anarchs. And Virkos kind of created. However, Sasha Virkos is kind of a weird thing. Like, they follow the Sabbat, they're usually like hardcore Cain worshippers. However, Virkos is not. Like, they kind of follow the old tenets of the anarchs, which the Sabbat were formed. And they joined the Sabbat because they just hate the fucking Camarilla and they think the anarchs are cringe. That's it. Like, that's it. That's all, folks. That's it. But yeah. I'm very curious how they will fucking butcher it. I'm genuinely curious. The promise of 1528 is something very, very important. Like, world shaping for Vampire the Masquerade. Because the Giovanni owe the Camarilla something. And here's the thing. When a whole, like, 12 clans, 12 clans, alright, promise to not wipe you out of the face of existence, you owe a boon that is massive. They probably know what it is. Well, to be honest, Camarilla probably don't know. They probably lost their shit, but they don't want to mention it. Or they know, and they're just winning because it's a 500-year promise, and the current setting is probably 2026. Oh, actually, no. It's gonna be usually the setting. The time setting is usually the year the edition comes out. Well, at least in V5, the best thing that came out of it is London being burned to the ground. Yeah, the Inquisition came and they burnt London to and wiped every supernatural, not just vampires, every. But now also the governments know vampires exist. Ooh, that was a fun part about V5. I like that change, but mostly London burning. I think everybody would love that. I think everybody would like that. Well, of course. Oh yeah. But oh boy. Okay, let me just checking real quick. Okay, I'm gonna now grab my smallest brush and hopefully if I miss the mark, glow. It's glowing. Glowing like a federal agent posting on Reddit. How do you do, my fellow Redditors? Any crimes happening? I mean, hacks. Wait, where's the... Yo, mamuti, yeah, the bane of my existence. I have to, like, off camera do this. Wait, what am I doing? That's edge highlighting work. What am I doing? That's after I shade. I'm stupid. What else do I need to paint? No, nothing else. All right, it's time for the robes. Holy shit. Okay, so here's the thing about when you're painting something white. 1, extremely clean your brush. 2, have a separate water cup. Separate, because when you're washing the paint away, paint particles are gonna come, and all of a sudden that white that you wanted to paint has a shade of pink because you used it to paint red. I learned it the hard way. Yeah, I was it was a pain in the ass because white is a very thick paint, because to make white you use aluminium oxide, which is a thickener. It's thick. It's thick like your mom's booty. Alright. Since I primed it gray, it's gonna be far nicer to paint because I can layer it. The best way to paint white is like to paint different shades of light gray. However, I'm kind of fucking stupid and I don't want to do that. That's more work. I'm just gonna use matte white from Vallejo because it gets the job done. Job done. Work. At this point, the fucking Warcraft free villager voice line is like a stem. Just love saying it. Work. And the orc, work. People told me that specifically the human villager voice, I do a very good impression. Job done. Because when I was a kid, I would... Okay, I fully expected that. I'm gonna be honest, I fully expected it. Specifically the Star Wars, because there is a Star Wars D&D and everybody wanted it, and it was kind of a... Like, there is a tabletop, but it didn't have D&D rules. It had, like, its own rules where it's just like Vampire the Masquerade. You basically have to roll successes, and it's kind of a pain in my fucking asshole to do. So, official, like, Star Wars content, yeah, hell yeah, I approve that. Like, a lot of people are bitching about that, but I'm like, wait, you're not bitching about Magic the Gathering, which is owned by Wizards itself. And Magic the Gathering is based on the... Well, it was at first based on Faerun and stuff like that, but then they made their own setting, Lauren. West End games, Star Wars will always be the king. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm curious to see what will happen with actual like Wizards of the Coast's official support. I'm curious to see, and Warcraft becoming a D&D campaign. Well, a lot of people homebrew that shit, and it's kind of a pain in the ass because you need multiple source books to do it. Like, you need the monster manual to play the Tauros or the closest thing, but they're which is the Minotaurs, but they're not Minotaurs technically. But they aren't. It's weird. So so having like actual like support is kind of nice. Already had a hand in Star Wars game back in the early 2000s. It was just, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be like that as well. Let's be honest, but I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of excited. I can't wait to see that. Will it be good? Depends. We're talking about modern Wizards of the Coast. They're... Well, I have some words about them. But... like I said, different time. Modern Wizards? Yeah. Older Wizards, I would have been ecstatic, but modern, not so much. I just hope they don't send the fucking Pinkertons. Can't wait to make Force Healing again. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Force Healing not existing is kind of fucking wank. I want, I get it. It's a lost art. But fuck it. I like it. I like it. I want it to be back. Either way, it's not gonna be canon. It's not gonna happen. Like, you think Disney will allow that? You think Disney will allow good content out of Star Wars? Good ideas, good story plot on Star Wars? Disney? They can barely fucking do something for Marvel at this point. They need to bring back fucking Thor just so that people would watch Avengers. They brought back the Russo brothers because Avengers were the Marvel films were kind of doing wank. So, yeah. You're getting slop and you're gonna like it. Modern capitalism, baby. Modern capitalism. At least Kathleen Kennedy fucked off. So... can't get worse than that. I say that, but it's gonna happen. And it's probably somebody worse than Kathleen Kennedy is in charge. Like, you all know, you should all know, I actually suppressed the name of the Star Wars TV show, the most recent one, where it was just a glorified fucking fanfic of the director and her girlfriend. Like, they made their fanfic into a fucking TV show, made millions off of it. But they can't write for shit. Alone caused as many issues as her. Wasn't even... Oh, I mean, yeah, to be honest, yeah, I always try to forget Filoni exists. So, you have a point there. Does he still have any fucking role in Star Wars? God, I hope not. Fun fact, definitely approved that shit show. Yeah. I am not surprised. It's Filoni. It's Filoni the jabroni baloney. Like, genuinely, the only good thing about that show is the villain, the apprentice. And I have utmost respect for that guy, that actor. Before he got that role, he wasn't even an actor. He couldn't even speak English. He learned English for that role. He really carried that show. And sadly, that's the only good part of it. Oh boy. Let's not talk about that show. Genuinely, it made me like The Force Awakens, the Rise of Skywalker more. It made me actually appreciate that fucking Cancero film. Why would you make me appreciate? Why would you be so shit? You make me think Rise of Skywalker is actually good. Like, why? Like, I genuinely, the sequel series, I don't treat them as canon. I genuinely do not. I am a Legends person. I treat the Legends books as the actual sequels canon. I don't recognize the fucking Disney sequels. Mosh. I genuinely do not recognize them as actual continuations of the Star Wars story. Mostly not just because I'm a spite or I'm a chut. It's because I genuinely think the Legends were better. Legends was better written. I genuinely, with all my heart, say it's better written. If the sequel trilogy was even remotely written as that, I would not bat an eye. Anyhow, we're gonna have a small break. I have been painting non-stop for 2.5 hours, so we're gonna have a break time, and I'm gonna eat my supper. I've been fasting all day. All right. See ya. Baba booey. There we go. Play that music. Come on. Damn. Headphones not doing it. Alright, we are gonna do it manually. Oh, it's because it's at. I'll go up.
Can't print a super large model because your printer size isn't big enough? Just enter a text description and it automatically generates a 3D.
Fuck off. Alright. So we finished the body basically. Now, I have to be very careful. Now we're gonna do the head. And the head is tiny, however, it's magnetized, so we have a simple way of doing this. Bam. Perks of magnets, boys. Gen chat. Okay? Even the writer of Andor doesn't really. Yeah, I think if you're gonna make a fucking Star Wars show, and you're the writer of it, you better fucking talk to George Lucas beforehand. Holy fucking ballsack! That's a lot of books. You sir outdid me. You have the original ones. I only have fucking PDFs. Perks of being in Serbia. I don't have access to this shit. Well, back then, I think I probably could, but... Like I said, pain in the ass. And expensive. Mostly the expensive kind. Now, we're painting, first off, the armor bits. And it's gonna be easy because it's just black. It's just black. That's the funniest part. Ooh, you're rotating. You're rotat. You're rotat the potat. However, I'm not gonna allow the rotat. You're not a potat. You're a head. You can't rotat. Well, mad respect. You've read more than Disney screenwriters when they were doing any Star Wars. Oh shit! You know the XCOM Star Wars game that's supposed to come out soon? If it did not already. I hate the fact that they limited the special roles to just a specific character. I can't have my own fucking Jedi apprentice if the character named character is kaput. I have no access to a Jedi and its missions. Like, what the? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's probably gonna be DLC content, but why? Why? That's an actual stupid choice. Everybody wants to play a Jedi. Specifically, they want to make their own Jedi in a game. So, why completely limited? I don't understand the devs. Yes, the librarian is Ginger. Which is kind of funny, because librarians are psychers, Space Marine psychers. Their soul is constantly being tempted by the warp more than usual. However, he's a ginger. And before anybody stops me or says something, I'm half ginger. I'm a dirty strawberry blonde. Like I'm half ginger, half blonde, but I'm dark blonde, not actual blonde, pale blonde. I wish I was, but well, I was when I was younger, but my hair darkened as I aged. Same as my dad. He was blonde, then darkened and his hair became black, then his hair grayed out. I might follow the same suit, but more ginger. Like my beard is ginger. Like genuinely, my beard is. If you shine a light on me, it's gonna be ginger. Nah.
No. God.
My mom asking me when are you gonna eat fruit? Balkan moms. Oh yeah, the window is now open. My neighborhood has this little problem of drag racing. Like, people genuinely get in their fucking little sports cars and they hit the pedal to the metal. Which is kinda nice. It's kinda cool. As the kids say, it's cool. However, they do it at smack dab in the middle of the night past midnight. Or 11 p.m. Exactly. And at that point, I want to fucking confiscate your fucking license. Oh, here we go. I hear one. I hope you all don't hear that. Yeah, we have drag racing. I'm so gonna... If I ever become a prosecutor, the first thing I'm gonna do is fucking hound these drag racers, man. I don't care how much you bet. It's illegal, and you're disrupting my sleep. And I already have a very fucked up sleep schedule. As is. I just imagine this fucking little bastard, little rich boy who has a fucking new Audi. His father paid with his money. His father's money, not his. And now he's thinking he's Mr. Big Dick and just fucking drag races all of a sudden. You know, hits the pedal to the metal and stuff like that. You think you're cool, but you're actually a fucking cunt. Like, fucking hell, like, seriously. I don't know what... My father has this theory that he's always... And he's every time proven right. The more expensive the car, the more brain cells you lose. And it's kind of fucking true, because all of a sudden you buy an expensive sports car. Expensive car in general. Oh, yay! Now I can ruin my life by crashing it. Yeah, I'm gonna be home alone for like 4 hours. Time to read smut. On the speaker. Pardon me, not read. Listen to smut on the speaker. And just go, 18 naked cowboys. Welcome to the Ram Ranch. Like, you can tell, like, I'm very self-confident in my sexuality, when I can make gay jokes all the damn time, and I'm not gonna even remotely be phased. I love being home alone. Ah, so you're Macaulay Culkin. Okay, so here's the head. The skin still needs to be painted. Be warned. I'm just waiting for it to dry the fuck up. Okay. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna paint the base. All about the bass, no treble. Where's my granite? There we go, there's the granite. Do you know there's a D&D setting with a god, just a sentient Tyrannosaurus? I'm not surprised. Genuinely, I'm not surprised. It's the first time I hear it. Not surprised. I kind of, at this point with D&D, I kind of expect anything. Wait, is this the shit brush? Yeah, it is the shit brush. Alright, good. Does he at least have the Tyrannosaurus arms, the short ones? Because I find them adorable. Even though my Tyrannosaurus Rex is terrifying and will eat me alive. I won't be alive long when you get to me, but you get my point. I still find it very cute. I like the murder lizards. If not pet, why snooped boopable? Exactly. If I can't boop the snoot of a bloodthirsty reptilian, I live. Oh wait, they're extinct. Damn. Hollow Earth, yeah. The Tyrannosaurus proposed the idea by putting them on Hollow Earth and using magic to stop them from advancing. Wow. A lizard outsmarted sentient beings. Conveniently funny. I like it. Like, that lizard is not just a lizard, but it's still a lizard and sentient, so I'm not far off. But sentient lizard tricked everyone. Wait a minute, isn't that just the American political scene right now? Ah, somebody's trying to fucking rob a car. Wow. Shocking. Welcome to Serbia, everyone. Alarms always come off, especially in my neighborhood. Funny enough, my municipality was even more shit before. I nearly said the name. But yeah, my municipality is kind of notorious for all the wrong reasons in Serbia. Oh, I know you're gonna clog. I can see that. It's time for your your urethra exam, boy. Oh, I saw that. I'll see it later. Oh, Spite, hold up. Whatever. There we go. Cool, prehistoric monster races and demi-humans. It's kind of sad that the Dark Sun is gonna pretty much overtake it, like take it as the prehistoric, because you know, no tech, obsidian, wood, and stone, and shit like that. It's gonna be, it's gonna be that. That's gonna be the new prehistoric fucking thing. I swear to God. Like I get it, but Dark Sun, but they're making it prehistoric sci-fi, which absolutely fucking makes zero sense. Like, there's barely any tech, and the first thing I see in the promotional art for Dark Sun is a fucking hologram. Like, mate, what the fuck? Hold up. There we go. Some kind of light. yeah, by the way, see this beard? I sculpted it. Yeah, this beard is not part of the head. I made it myself. Here's actually how the original head is. Oh, pički materin. Also, since Spite wasn't here for a long time, I kind of leveled up my painting skills. Yeah, this is how the actual head looks like. Alright. So yeah, more look. This is my guy. This. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, if we turn off this light. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is how the head is. And since I'm technically making for my homebrews, like his actual biological brother, it makes sense for them to look a little bit similar. So yeah. It's that head, because I had duplicates, and I just made a beard with needleite, or green stuff, as it's affectionately called by everyone. And this little fucking thing, look, my pinky nail, the head. I have to be careful because I'm putting in a sharp blade, but I have thick skin on my fingers, so yeah, you can imagine the pain in my ass I had when I sculpted this shit. Mind you, I'm rusty. I haven't sculpted in fucking years. I'm damn proud. Alright, now, since I actually used to hit this part, the mustache, hold up, I have to do it off camera because it's so fucking small. I'm just gonna right up. I now hit a part that I didn't hit. One more time. Okay. Now I have to be very careful because this is very thick paint. Alright. So we did that. Off camera. Alright, it's time to shade. Oh boy. Here comes the hoo part. Alright. Out of the first bat, let's shade the white. Because we have a different shade paint for that. Well, that's actually not a shade. It's actually something called contrast, which is a mix of a shade and I bought long ago. I am not original. That much. Oh boy, here we go. Did I take it out? I didn't take it out. It's not here. Oh shit. I know it's in my fucking box. I just have to find it. No, this is contrast medium. Which I actually should use. There it is, Apothecary White. This is a lifesaver. So contrast paints are a mix of a shade and paint. So it's like very thin paint that, I don't know, has two layers. Like two different colorings. So I'm gonna grab a shitty other's brush. Here we go. Load this shit up, and I'm just gonna directly load it up like this. Directly, just smear it on here. And since it's like a very thinned out mix of a wash and paint, it's preferably, because it colors everything and shades recesses, you have to like paint it over white. However, there's a kicker. You can use it also to paint over metallics. Metallic silver. Oof. You all don't realize how goon-inducing it is when you paint over silver. These types of paints. Specifically, any blue or red. Oh, you have a cherry. You have a fucking cherry. What do you mean? Oh! Oh, you found out you found out about Ruby. Yeah, I knew this shit for a long ass time. Yeah, I know Ruby from Jade. Jade manages them. Ruby is a fucking sweetheart. Genuinely one of the kindest people I've ever met. You don't realize how much I've been holding back on saying that shit. Like, it's not that of a secret as well, because here's the thing, she organizes charities a lot and brings her mom out every time, and mom's like, this is my daughter. So it's not a secret, it's just we don't talk about it because we mostly focus, we want to mostly everybody who knows wants to mostly focus on who she is as a person, not just label her as Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter. But yeah, I know Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter. I'm acquainted. I don't know them. We're not friends. We're acquaintances at best. But I can flex on that. We are the charity. Yeah, the charity. She was also a part of it. Yeah. Like, Ruby is a fucking saint. I have nothing but praises for that woman. I like the fact that her just offhandedly, it's not even the first time she mentions it, it's going viral because somebody used GLC as a reference, which is basically Jamie aged like fine wine. Like, she is still hot in my opinion. We like older women here, all right? Shut up. Hag lover? Motherfucker, you like Tenma. You're like me, shut up. Of course I'm gonna like hags. I like Tenma. I'm a Tenma simp. Of course I'm gonna like hags. My little brother fucking loves Matara. It's in the blood. Well, actually, he's my found family. But anyway, it's in the blood. Okay, I like the fact that every Tenma lover likes to shit on everybody who likes being hag lovers, but we're hag lovers as well. I'm guilty of that as well, but that's because we're Tenma fans. We like to take a piss at each other by throwing bricks in Minecraft. Well, found family, perhaps not in the blood, but in the soul. Yeah. Every single person who I adopted as a little brother, basically, all hag lovers. I influence them, or I find them. I collect them like Pokemon. None of them will escape me. You will like hags, and you will love it. Not, well, tough luck. I adopted you. Oh yeah. Spite, if you're still here, my little brother made me do an Omega test long ago. Omegaverse test. Somehow I'm a, what's it called, a protective alpha? He never fully explained to me what the fuck it is. He just said, it's good, don't worry, but he's a shitter, so I don't believe him. Or if you hear and see this, I love you, but I don't believe you fully most of the time. When in these types of cases. That makes sense. How the fuck? Why does it make sense? I don't understand. The Omegaverse test was also fucking. I don't understand. One of the tests was, yeah, yeah. One of the questions, yeah. Huh? What, huh, me? Why are you acting surprised I'm surprised? I don't understand. What the fuck does it mean I'm a protective alpha? Is that, at least I'm not a bottom, huh? You know, Barry's gonna come in doubt. Because I'm an elf. How dare. I can already hear the typing, Barry. I can hear it. So I am gonna use purple wash to use the to wash my to shade my purple cloak because it's purple. It deepens the purple. Copium. Fuck off! Oh, it's sip. I thought it was copium. Wait, you were gonna fucking write that. Motherfucker. I don't retract. I retract my retraction. Hey, I'm using a purple shade to shade this fucking coat, which is purple because it deepens the purple. Also, what? Oh, yeah, I still don't understand. He never fully explained it to me. The fuck is a Megaverse? I don't know what the fuck a Megaverse is. I sound like a boomer. I will have to get into the whole thing of Megaverse and that Megaverse only have a few set of rules, but the majority of the writers make their own headcanons of it. It's a very flexible alternative universe. Of what? Of our own? Or something else? Because I genuinely don't understand what the fuck it is. It's confusing. It's genuinely fucking confusing. That test was so confusing. Logically, it didn't make sense. Of our own, yes. Ah, okay. So... And still, like... Here's the thing, I tell him to, I was so asking questions to my little brother, and I just like, just answer. I can't explain, just answer. What do you mean you can't explain? I can't. Why? I can't. He's very autistic. Although, like I said, he likes to torture me. He's a brat. As you can tell. Because he's a submissive beta. I don't know if he is, but I don't care. I heard that's a thing, and I just will constantly use submissive beta. There's something on a flying saucer in Dark Sun. Ah, somehow, some way, aliens. But on a Twitch. Ah. Well, I'm fucking up this brush. Okay, so I'm using this more detailed brush, so I don't hit the yellow. See? I learned how to paint a little bit. People can psionically levitate in Dark Sun. Okay, that makes more sense. Psionics and all. I'm surprised if somebody can't levitate. I'm just like, what the fuck? You have mind-bending powers. You're Charles Xavier. But in fact, oh, speaking of that, X-Men 92. I don't like how they fucking butchered Gambit and Rogue's relationship in X-Men 97, but fair enough. I like the fact that they still made it canonic that Gambit became the Horseman of Death. Again. I mean, in comics he was, like, it's a thing. Like, everybody was bitching about Gambit becoming the Horseman of Death for Apocalypse, and I'm just sitting here like, well, in the comics he became that multiple times. It's not the first time Gambit was the Horseman of the Apocalypse. And more importantly, not the first time he was the Horseman of Death. Alright, next up. The red shade. Much darker red, much more fuller red. Oh yeah, that's the spot. Oh boy. Oh yeah, this shade paint, I love it. I don't regret a single thing buying it. I bought it primarily to, as a plan to paint from the friend I mentioned before, his Juggerlord or Lord Invocatus. But then his sister just persuaded me, why are you painting it for him? Why are you doing more work? Just give it to him. And I'm like, but it's a birthday present. Yeah, he will like it anyway. It's his older sister who said that, so I'm just like, well, fair enough. And she's like the general in the friend group. So what she says goes. We can't say no to her. Ah, you don't want to hang out? You're coming. But I need to refill my social battery. You are refilled. But you're refilled. It's that yeah, because her brother is also introverted, so she knows how to handle us. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I can't argue with her, or else I'm gonna get castrated. She's a physics teacher. She already hears a lot of bullshit as is. Yet she won't tolerate mine. Which I'm mad. Why not tolerate mine? My bullshit is funny. Right. This is a much stronger shade paint than GW's, and I like it. But on black, it is chef kiss. But I have to be very careful with it. Like, I really do have to be careful because look, it darkens everything. Like, I am gonna have to like add a whole separate layer again, just so that it doesn't completely darken. Like, look at the yellow, and I have to like use my finger to unblotch most of it. Like, it's like it's supposed to be used with spirits, but I don't have it. I don't have like the paint spirits. And I like the grimdark style of my painting, so a lot of grimy, like this, and this is like grimy. The problem is like it can rip off my paint. So I have to be very careful. But thankfully, and I'm very thankful, that this guy's armor is black, so I can just go ham and go nuts. Lose control, body and soul. Oh, I didn't paint the shit gold. Oh man. Ah, that's a problem for future Vex, not this guy, not this boy. Nah. Like the finer details, because I need actual like normal light because of my eyesight. Because I need to fill in some runes. So yeah. Can't do shit. Can't do shit in Detroit, man. Wait, is it can't do shit in Detroit or can't have shit in Detroit? Is that, how's the saying go? Explain this non-American bastard called Friend Vex the lore. 'Cause I don't know shit. Yeah, I think it's, if I remember right now, it's can't have shit in Detroit. Also, is Detroit that fucking bad? Can't have shit in Detroit. Yeah, is Detroit that fucking bad? Are the Eminem songs based on true story how shit Detroit is? nearly. I hope I didn't hit the phone with my paintbrush. Hey, Badger. You're shading. All the big cities are bad. Okay, fair enough. Because the only part I've been is fucking Massachusetts to visit my best friend. I've been to Boston. Kinda nice. People speak funny, in a funny accent. I find the Boston accent very funny. However, a lot of them are dickheads. Like, damn, y'all are. Well, I'm Serbian, so I'm kind of used to it, but damn, son. Detroit is bad. Now listen, Badger, you're not from Detroit, so we cannot fully judge. Alright? Why the fuck did you block? Oh my fucking god. Look. The blotch. Ah, fuck it, burn marks. Let's just call it burn marks. This is a corn demon after all, so I'm just gonna fucking shade you, you little fucking twit. And I'm just gonna call it burn marks because they do breathe fire, so these little fucking juggernauts, that's what they're called. They breathe fire, so yeah. Makes sense. Oh my god. Okay, this isn't the consequences of my actions when I was placing these wires. Now I can't fucking shade. Because they're blotching it. And this is gonna be a big problem when I fucking paint it red. Actually, no. Gentlemen, I might not have a brain, but I have an idea. Wheel. Hit the camera a little bit. Black hole sun, won't you come? Take away the pain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? And that's what she said. It's like Birmingham, but American. Oh. So you mean to tell me that Detroit is just an American hellhole? Like an actual pit of hell? Got it. Oof, my condolences to anybody who's from Detroit. You must suffer a lot. Because God created that city. And now I'm gonna use my finger to remove the excess off of it, because unironically this shade paint is very oh dear, let me just grab some paint here, and then I'm gonna close it so I don't spill it, because this shit is near impossible to clean off of cloth. And just use it to shade the head. And now I'm gonna stop the excess from coming, which just means finger painting time. Who would knew my kindergarten skills will come in handy, my finger painting skills. Apart from drawing on fucking walls. Actually, let's clean the brush off so that doesn't go in the bristles. This brush is already fucked as is. And sadly, I'm gonna use my hand to rub off the excess. And here we go. Look at the head. Oh, hold up. Let's remove it. Actually. Okay, and now I'm gonna just use my finger to rub off all of the excess. It's not that hard, to be honest. And look. Look. Huh? Huh? I pretty much, I think I mastered the... Like, I'm using my phone, so focus is gonna be one hell of a fucking problem. But I'd like to think I mastered the pale skin method. Like, in person, it looks actually nice. Way nice. And here comes this part. Okay, now I'm gonna just rub off. Okay, there's some paint rips. However, it's on the edges. And I can work with that. Because I can edge highlight this. Like here it looks so far. And now I'm gonna put the head in. Here is the final product. So far, it's still looking nice. I think it looks nice. I'm trying to make a grim dark look. Like, white is blotchy at best. Like this is made for Citadel paints, not for any other. So this kind of looks like wonky at best, but with a dry brush, I can actually work with it. It's gonna be off-camera work, but so far, here it looks. Now let's touch up everything. Well, I still have my eyesight because my eyes are getting a little bit tired, and the worst part, my hands are starting to shake. And you can't paint these small bastards if your hands are shaking. Let me tell you that. I'm speaking from good experience. Alright, so let me just grab this. Oh, don't tell me you dried up. My wet palette. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I dried up. The heat is so bad, my wet palette dried up. My wet palette dried up. It's a sponge. Sponge dried up. That was very wet. Like your girlfriend when she was on a date with me. Okay, so also his whole thing is he's a telekinetic, and his powers like our blood red appearance. So I don't mind if the white shows a little bit if I'm too thinned it, because it's like a, you know, warp magical bullshit, you know. So if the white a little bit shows up, it's not that bad for me. Like if there's not a lot of paint on there or too little, like it's an energy thing, you know. So I kind of have a pass for that. Come on. Next up, the final one. It's the final countdown. We are for Venus, Venus. We stand and tall. There we go. Alright, starting to look nice. Whew. A little bit dry up, then continue. I'm just gonna, because this is technically a force weapon, you know, a psychic weapon, I'm just gonna lightly glaze with the rest of the wet paint, so just glaze it a little bit. There we go, marvelous. Alright, now I'm gonna grab another shitty brush, or a smaller shitty brush. You will do. Oh, shit. Phone, fuck off. There we go. Oh my god, the fucking Android update we just popped up and stopped the fucking screen. Okay. Fucking hilarious. Alright, now we're gonna dry brush, so remove the excess white, dry as fuck brush, and just... This will just hit the raised parts. Just remove this. And the keys are not being shown. Like I said, this wash is fucking hard. Like, it's very potent. Like, extremely potent. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna switch back to Null Oil. But damn, it's hard, but I like it, but damn, I need to find some spirits just so that I can like thin it properly. There we go. Yeah, like I said, this is like the main problem of white, but white is a pain in the ass to paint. I'm still not I still have not mastered it enough. Okay, let me just grab. Where are you? Pallid Witch Flesh. Pallid Witch Flesh, which is like the thickest layer paint I ever had because it's white. It's like a white flesh paint. And because of that, it has aluminum bauxite. And what we say about aluminum bauxite? It's thick. It's thick as fuck, boy. It's thick as a femboy's ass. Which some will probably like. Like you, Badger. Oh shit, I think I ruined it. Hold up. Paintbrush to the rescue. I know how to save it. Well, you need some water and a lot of patience. Worst case, I drop shade paint on it. Yeah, it's the curse of pallid witch flesh. Like, this paint is notorious. Another man's beauty. And that's why you're called. There we go. I think I fucked it up. If so, I know a way to fix it, and that's called non-oil. I can fix it, and it's called non-oil. Non-oil to the rescue. Because I still have some of the old formula left. Get in there. You little fuckwit. Get in there. Once it shades it up, it'll look good as new. Pallid witch flesh, everyone. Such a bane of my existence. Go. And now I'm just gonna do some highlights. Wait, hold up. Specifically on the hair and the mustache, so there's a difference. So I'm just gonna do it close up to me so that I can see it. I'm so sorry. Just wait up a sec. You will see what I mean. There we go. A little bit of like this because it blotched up. And I don't want that, so just gonna lightly add some texture back, a lot of points. There we go. While I also still have a wet brush, and there we go. Somewhat okay. Once it dries up, it's gonna look even better. Yeah, so far, this is how it looks. I promise it looks much better in in person than on camera. Remember, I have a shitty ass fucking camera. Can't. I'm gonna make a mistake again with the skin, but fuck it, we ball. I'm just gonna very thin it down. Let's do it like this. And now just for the eyes. Because he's a mage, so... There you go, some glowing red eyes. That's about it for today. I kind of fucked up the face, but I can I can literally remove just the head, put it in isopropyl alcohol, and strip the paint and redo it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, that's the fun part of magnetization. Instead of dunking the whole miniature in, I can just rip off the fucking head. So yeah, thank you all for coming by. When's the next stream? I genuinely don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know. Maybe it will be on a Sunday. Maybe. Can't be too sure. Like, I don't know. I think that facial details got now blobbed up, especially the nose. It's not my best face, I'm gonna be honest, which is kind of sad. But what can I do? I had a primer incident with this guy. Where the primer kind of exploded on him. So yeah. Well, maybe I can just fix it real quick. Yeah, that's a story for another day. Let's raid someone. I'm gonna finish it right here. Thank you all for coming back to the stream. Thank you, Spite the OG,